In the realm of cycling, one might go from being the world champion to receiving the most criticism. Even the most popular athletes might lose all of their titles and become nothing. All of this occurs in cycles, and we can anticipate it to get even worse over time. 10. Alberto Contador banned for doping. Alberto Contador was given a 2-year ban by the International Cycling Union after being caught and tested positive for clenbuterol. He was not just banned for 2 years, but was also stripped of his win during the 2010 Tour de France.
Three-time Tour de France winner Spain's Alberto Contador has been provisionally suspended by the International Cycling Union after testing positive to a banned substance.
Before his suspension, Contador was previously a 3-time Tour de France winner. It is sad to know that this great cyclist didn't get a happy ending in their career. Many people believed that the Spanish cyclist was treated wrongly, as he claimed that the clenbuterol could have been from contaminated meat. Others believe that Contador was just taking advantage of the situation and that he was guilty of his charge. Well, either way, he was given a 2-year ban, and that affected his career. 9. Lance Armstrong banned for doping. Lance Armstrong, who was considered a hero and a superman because of his 7-time Tour de France title win, is also among the cyclists that has been found guilty of doping. The story of Armstrong is what you can refer to as a fall from grace. In an interview with Oprah Winfrey, Armstrong agreed to the fact that he's been using banned substances. For Armstrong, the US anti-doping agency released over 1,000 pieces of written evidence against Armstrong and his teammates for doping. In his interview with Oprah, Lance Armstrong clearly stated that he was never afraid of getting caught and attributed his action to a ruthless desire to win. Even though Armstrong was full of desire to win, which made him get into doping, he eventually regretted his actions. 8. Floyd Landis banned for doping. Obviously, doping is like the grievous sin of fornication in cycling. Floyd Landis is not excluded from the list of cyclists that are involved in doping. Remember Armstrong? Yeah, Landis was his teammate, and they were all found guilty of doping. It was 2006, and Landis won the Tour de France at that time, but he didn't reign as the champion, as he was stripped of the title having been tested positive for doping. His verdict was made on September 20th, 2007, and he was found guilty and was officially stripped of his 2006 Tour de France title, and Oscar Pereiro, who was the second-place finisher, was declared the winner. 7. Marco Pantani banned for doping. Pantani was the winner of the 1998 Tour de France, and also at some point the winner of the Giro d'Italia. Pantani was also among the superhumans in the world of cycling that was banned because of doping. Pantani was caught using a banned blood-boosting substance known as EPO, which got him suspended and eventually banned for about 8 months. So sadly, doping did not just snatch away Pantani's career, but in 2004, he eventually died of a drugs overdose at the young age of 34. 6. Jan Ullrich banned for drunk driving and doping. Believe it or not all banned athletes in cycling got reprimanded for doping. This time we have a case of drunk driving. Just as drunk driving is a civil offence, in the cycling world it is a major offence that can steal away your whole career for good. For Ullrich, however, drinking got him banned and sentenced to 21 months in jail. The 1-time Tour de France winner was fined $13,000 by the court in Weinfelden. The good news was that the accident didn't claim any lives. Ullrich was also involved in doping. In 2006, Jan Ullrich, who's formerly been part of the Tour de France, was banned from participating because of his use of drugs that are not supported by the cycling agency. It was really a sad moment for him because he insisted on an appeal in court, but either way, he was found guilty of doping. 5. Eddy Merckx banned for doping. I know you've heard of the GOAT debate in football. The debate is between Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, in cycling, there's no need for a debate because it was clear that Eddy Merckx was the real GOAT. Merckx is a Belgian cyclist who's won about 445 races in 1,585 competitions. He's won the Tour de France several times and was nicknamed Cannibal because of his ruthless ride. But as in other cases, he was also involved in doping. It was at the Giro di Lombardia that Merckx was caught using banned substances. He was banned 3 times in his career and was expelled from the 1969 Giro d'Italia. 4. Joop Zoetemelk banned for doping. Zoetemelk was a Dutch cyclist who raced in the 1970s to 1980s. That's a long time ago. Zoetemelk participated in over 16 Tour de France and has won several of its stages. He was said to be the best cyclist the Netherlands has ever known. The year 2020 made it 40 years when he won the Tour de France in 1980. Even though he had what we can call a successful career, he didn't have a good end. Just like the others in this list, Zoetemelk was also found guilty of doping. It was during the 1977 Tour de France, in which he won the mountain time trial stage 15B, that he was caught using banned substances. He was penalised and had his stage win revoked. He was very fortunate because he was only banned for 10 minutes. 3. Laurent Fignon banned for doping. Laurent Fignon was a French cyclist, a professional cyclist, and he raced in the early 1980s to the 1990s. He won the Tour de France about 2 times, in 1983 and 1984, respectively. Fignon started racing as a young boy in his teenage years. And as always, despite being a 2-time winner of the Tour de France, Fignon was caught doping. It was said that he used a banned substance known as amphetamines. As a result of this incident, he was to be fined if found guilty. The ban attached to his crime was for a month and a fine of $600. Unfortunately, Fignon died in Paris on the 31st of August 2010. 2. Bjarne Riis, banned for doping. Danish cyclist Bjarne Riis was the only cyclist from Denmark to have won the Tour de France before Jonas Vingegaard. Riis was known for breaking records, and among his record-breaking career was his 1995 Tour de France win, with which he broke the records of then Miguel Indurain. The Danish cyclist was said to be involved with doping for almost all of his wins. Riis himself revealed to the public in 2007 that he's been using banned substances during his race in the 1990s. Because Riis was already retired as a cyclist before his doping case came up, he was still suspended as team manager of the Tinkoff Saxo team. 1. Jacques Anquetil banned from cycling. He was a French cyclist that has a record of several Tour de France wins. He was the first to win the Tour de France 5 times, but Anquetil was always known for using banned drugs to enhance his performance. He's never hidden his use of drugs for his entire race. In one of his statements, he said that only a fool will ride Bordeaux to Paris only on water. Doping is one of the most common offences of cyclists, and we don't know if there's ever going to be a future in cycling where athletes are not banned for using prohibited substances. Anyway, let us know what you think about this in the comments. Should doping be allowed in cycling? Thanks for watching as always, but before you go, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you want to see more interesting cycling content like this one. See you next time.